Hello. Let me know if anybody can hear me because I'm using this mic and I don't know if it's working, but let's see. Can you guys hear me? Mm, well, if you can, um, today is the 11/11/11 portal. So it's the perfect time to start manifesting something that you're wanting to call into your life. The energy of today is really powerful. So I figured this would be a perfect time to go live and chat and manifest together. Now, I'm not going to be like leading anything because you guys, I am in a whole other world right now. I have a broken foot. I don't know if I've even really talked about that on here. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, good. But I was just scooting back and forth and back and forth. I was trying to collect like all my things to do a little ritual tonight, and I'm like sweating, exhausted. So, hi, everybody. I'm so excited. I haven't gone live since like 6 months ago. It's been a crazy year for me, you guys. How are you all doing? Let me know where you're watching from. And is the sound okay? Like, I know this mic is kind of weird if I back up, but I'm just trying to get used to this live thing. Um, so yeah, tell me where you guys are watching from. I heard that if you're in the upper half of the United States, you may be able to see the northern lights today. Of course, it's cloudy here, but whatever. Hopefully, somebody in the States can see the northern lights this time. Be such a magical time, too, on 11/11/11 to see the northern lights. Like, I would die. I'd have a heart attack. Watching from Thailand. Hello. Okay, so if you guys are going to be manifesting with me, go ahead and grab your supplies. I figured we could catch up for a little bit. We could, if you have any questions, we could talk. Australia, Illinois, Virginia. Hi, everybody. I wanted to catch you guys up a little bit on life here because I like to take my life experiences and share them with you because there's always a lesson in everything. And I feel like that's one of my best ways of teaching is kind of leading from experience. So it all goes into what we're talking about today and manifesting. So again, if you just want to start your ritual while I chit chat, you can go ahead. Yeah, and then we'll get into maybe doing like a little meditation together or something. But okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a life update because I know I've been like on and off here and there. One of the last videos I made, well, probably like 4 videos ago, I was saying like, I'm so inspired to like live my mission. I'm going to upload every day and do this and do that. You guys, my life went real fast after that. And it's so funny because every time I feel like I have some momentum, I feel like I've been doing it wrong and something has been being like, no, you need to figure out another way to do it. You have to rest and figure out a way to go with your flow. And you're not doing that. So we're going to sidetrack you, like whip you upside the head, and we're going to teach you how to do that. So the last like normal day of my life was the Taylor Swift concert in May. Like, I'm glad I got that out of my system because that was amazing. Let me know if any of you guys are Swifties in the comments. But yeah, so I went to her concert and I ended up coming home with strep throat that turned into pneumonia, that turned into a sinus infection. So like my whole summer I was really sick and I was dealing with that, thinking that was like something I had to overcome. And that taught me a lot about my purpose and like wanting to, whenever I have an experience like that where I'm stuck somewhere, like I'm stuck at home, I can't go out and do anything, I'm like, okay, this is a message for me. I have to focus on what I want to be doing. I did not do that during that time. I did more things than I usually do, but I was still like holding on to these beliefs of like, the wounds that we all have, right? The blockages that we all have. So then my dad passed away. It was kind of expected. Like we knew it was going to happen this year, but it did happen a lot faster than we thought it did. And so I was grieving super hard and I broke my foot 2 weeks later, had surgery on it, and I literally have not walked since the beginning of September. It's been crazy. So I actually wanted to explain like what happened the night that I broke my foot because I believe everything's a message, right? And this was insane. Like the amount of, I don't want to say paranormal things, but m- some things were going on during this time. So let me open the chat. Okay. Um, all right. So the night this happened, my mom and we were going to be going to New York City the next morning. Um, because I was going to be submitting some documents to get my dual citizenship for Germany. So I've been like super excited about that. It was the last thing I had to do before, um, you know, getting my application sent off and everything. So I go to bed and I do a guided meditation. And guided meditations work, I swear, because in this guided meditation, the guy was saying, like, I want you to release anything that is going on in your life right now. And you're going to get an answer to this question that you have, or figure out how to get unstuck in the next few days. So I'm doing this meditation and I'm envisioning myself doing life coaching because that's all I've ever wanted to do. And I've always felt I've always felt so stuck. Like I can't do that because I'm doing all these other things. I don't have time. Like I don't have enough money to like build a website. I can't do this. I can't do that. And I swear that's why I got sick in the beginning of summer. So I could focus on this and making this happen. Well, the universe had other plans for me because I wasn't listening. So um, I do this meditation and I'm envisioning myself in my current situation where I'm feeling stuck. Like I want to do this, but I feel like pulled to just keep doing the thing that's making money and whatever, like we all do, right? So I I release it up to my higher self. And then you're supposed to envision the solution and how you're feeling when you have what you want to have. And I'm seeing myself like doing this life coaching business. I'm feeling amazing. I am so confident and well spoken, and all my wounds are gone. All my blockages are freed. And he says, you're going to have an answer, like a definitive answer in the next 5 days. He might have said 3 days. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to keep an eye out for my answer. So I go to bed and I set my alarm for 4:30 because my mom and I, we were, supposed to hit the train. She was going to come here at 5:30 in the morning. We're going to go to the train and go to the city because it's pretty far away. So set my alarm. And as I'm laying in bed, this still kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I was laying in bed and I was facing the window. My back was to the door. My bedroom door opened and closed on its own. And that's never happened before. Like I've had some strange things happen in my life, but like never like that. Like where I saw it, I didn't see it, but I for sure knew it happened. And to me it felt like somebody was peeking in and kind of making sure I'm okay and closing the door. Let me know if you guys can still hear me cuz the chat is a little sleepy. I just want to make sure that everything is going okay. Um so okay, so that happened and I was freaked out. Like, I live alone, you know? My dog, I turned the light on and I look in his bed and he was looking at me like, What the hell was that? Like, did you get up? What happened?" So, I coax him downstairs to come with me, make sure everything's okay, make sure no intruders are in the house. Everything's fine. I go back upstairs and I try to go to bed. And I have a dream now that I'm telling somebody about my door opening and closing. Okay, everybody can hear me. Okay. I'm just like, yeah, okay. So I get distracted really easily. So I'm trying to like keep track of the points that happened this night because it was chaotic. Um, I go to sleep and I have a dream that I'm telling somebody that my bedroom door opened and closed on its own. And I must have worked myself up enough that I woke up into sleep paralysis. And that's never happened to me before in my life, ever. And it's funny because I know how to wake myself up. I've researched it. Like, you hyperventilate, get your heart going. Totally forgot about it in the moment. And thankfully, I didn't see anything, but I was like, what is going on? And my instinct was to try to clap to get my dog to wake up to jump on me so he could like wake me up. But my hands were like I couldn't move my hands, but I could move my wrists like that. And I could like tap on the wall behind me, but it wasn't working. Like, no sound was coming out. And I was trying to scream, but it was just like weird moans. I eventually wake up and I check my alarm just to make sure, like, okay, what time is it? It was 3:30. And I was like, do I just get up now? Because obviously I'm not having the best night's sleep at this point. Do I get up? Do I just get ready and like wait for my mom for 2 hours? Like, what? And I decided to go back to sleep. And I saw my alarm was set, you guys. It was set for 4:30. Fall back asleep. And I wake up to pounding on my front door. I wake up in a panic, check my phone. It's 5:30. My alarm never went off and it was on. And I was in a full panic. I ran down the stairs without my contacts or any lights, and I missed a step and I broke my foot. The weird thing was my mom was throwing up all night out of nowhere. So it was like all of these weird things were saying, don't get in the car. Don't go to the city. You're not going to the city. Something bad's going to happen. Like, let me know what you guys think of that because we kept thinking about it all day and it's still something I think about to this day. It's like I truly believe we would have gotten in a car accident and died. Like, it was just so many random things. Like, it almost felt like I was, not that this happened, but it feels like all of these things were saying, don't go to the city. You're going to miss your alarm. Don't go to the city. My mom's throwing up. She almost canceled on me. I didn't answer the door for her. She was probably like, I'm just going to go home. She's not waking up. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to run downstairs really quick. I can get ready fast. And it was almost like the universe was like, you're not going. You're not listening to all these other things. We have to break your foot. So it's just been crazy. It's been crazy. Um, I've actually done like a guided meditation on myself to see what was going to happen. And what I got out of this, now, let me know what you guys think because um, I don't know. It's not like I assumed we would have gotten in a car accident. Like, that was my assumption. But what I got was a little bit different. I felt that we would have, okay, it's hard to articulate. The message was almost like we all have these exit points, or some people have exit points in their life where your soul can get in a situation where you can choose whether or not to stay or to go back to wherever we come from. And I received the message that this day was going to be one of those scenarios where my soul would have had the chance to decide whether or not it was going to stay or if it was going to go. And my guides didn't want me to have that choice because they believed I wasn't going to choose to stay under all the circumstances that were currently happening. Like just grieving somebody, you know, I probably wouldn't have, to be honest. But they said to me that I hadn't fulfilled my mission, that if I had have been doing it, it would have been an exit point. But because I'm not and I wasn't, they're giving me the opportunity to make it happen, to start doing it. So let me see. I can understand that. I moved to Virginia from Arizona when my grandmother passed. It was like everything fell into place, like she was pushing me to go. I feel like our guides really are around us. Like, whoa, where'd it go? Okay. I really feel like our guides are with us all the time. And losing somebody so close to me has made me feel like that. I don't know. What have I shared with you guys about this? I've had some like very strange messages come from my dad from the other side. Wild stuff. Maybe I'll make a video about it, but I don't want to talk the whole time about everything. So if you want to grab a journal and start journaling on things you want to manifest, I just want to hold the space for you guys to be able to do whatever feels right to you during this time. So I might just be talking and you can ignore me, you can mute me. But if you want to ask questions, um, definitely go ahead and do that because I'll answer them now. Um, yeah, it's been just, you don't realize how grateful you are for your feet until you don't have them. Like sitting down all day, every day with just your back hurts. My leg muscle gone. I can't exercise, so I feel like I'm so puffy and it's like the least of my worries, but still. Um, but the point of me telling you all of that, aside from a little paranormal story, um, is that I've really been working on my life coaching business behind the scenes because, again, this is something I've always wanted to do. Oh, I totally forgot. I also, so I had been a freelancer for years, since maybe 2019. And I ended up just having one client, full-time client, and that ended. So it was like the universe was giving me every push and shove to make this happen, to make this coaching like the opportunity of a lifetime to actually bring it to life. So, with that said, I am launching a one-on-one life purpose coaching program. It's not starting yet, but it is designed to help you uncover your life purpose because that's something that's I feel I'm really good at with helping other people is to figure out what their life purpose is to get them motivated to do it and push them to do it. And my life purpose is to help other people discover their life purpose, bring it to life. And the cool thing about this program is that it's designed to help you do it through your divine feminine. So, meaning rather than feeling like you have to be a part of the hustle culture and do it all the time when don't sleep, wake up super early and do this and do that and make it a business and all this stuff like that's not doesn't have to be that way, right? We don't have to exhaust ourselves living our purpose and doing what we're meant to be doing here on earth. So I really teach you how to honor your inner cycles, your outer cycles. So working with the seasons and the cycles of the moon to help you reimagine how you use your energy and bring yourself into alignment with your purpose. So, there's going to be 3 different tiers to this program. There's a 4-week one, There's a 6-week program and then a 5-month program, which is all of them are one-on-one. So I'm really excited for that. I do have a wait list for it because, again, it's not starting just yet, but it is in the works. I'm building it out. So if you want to join the wait list just to get full first access to it and also an early bird discount, the link is in the description box of this video. Um, Again, I can't see. I've only gone live once before in my life, so I can't see if you guys what you guys see, but it is in the description box, I believe. Um, so with that said, guys, let's get manifesting. I have a candle here. Everything's so spread out, but maybe let's take. Do you guys have a journal around you? Yeah, it's so exciting. Let me know who joins the wait list because I would love to see some action on there. I built out my website. That is like the one thing that was truly holding me back from getting this started because I can make videos, but I cannot build a website. It is the most stressful thing. Oh, you joined. Yay, Christine. So exciting. Yeah, I built out the website. And for those of you who've been asking for the guided meditations, right now I have a spirit guide meditation, a meet your spirit guide meditation, a third eye awakening meditation, and a financial prosperity bundle, which comes with a guided meditation to help you release blockages and a sleep audio. So it's affirmations that'll play while you sleep. It's like over 6 hours long, and a workbook. So all of those are back on the website. I've been getting so many messages of like, where did it go? What happened to it? Yeah, I had to rebuild my website from bottom up, but yeah. So let's take like 5 minutes to think about and journal on what we want to call in. This is also a really great time to plant seeds for 2024. So think about all the things that you want to call in for 2024, who you want to be, what you want to call in, what do you need to release in order to become that person that would have that life. So I'll set a timer for 5 minutes and I'll be quiet. Are you guys ready? Let me know if you have a journal nearby and I can start it. Okay. Okay, the timer is starting. So all right, ready and yes. Okay. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so I use the notes app. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So if you want to finish out your thought, you can if you need another second. Okay. Did you guys come up with anything good? If you want to share what you're calling in for the year, I would love to hear in the chat. Um, I wrote mine into a little sentence. I'm going to roll it towards myself and place it in a jar. I love making spell jars, so that's what I'm going to do tonight. Okay. I'm going to add some. If you can hear children running up and down the stairs, don't mind them. My dog's trying to bark at them too. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my jar. Okay. If you join late, we're just manifesting together. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to follow me. I'm just making a little manifestation spell jar with some herbs and crystals. I don't remember what I brought over here. Again, I'm on a scooter, so I can only do so much. Okay, I know all of these were good in the moment. Gregory says, I wrote down a lot of I will statements, mostly pertaining to abundance, career, and clear debt. Perfect. I love that. I'm in the same boat. I'm trying to call the same thing in. What's really good for that is a bay leaf. Bay leaves, I'm going to do that as well. Oh my gosh. All right. So if you take a bay leaf, if you have one in your house, you can write down anything you want on it. They're good at calling in abundance. So if you want to write down one of your I am statements on that, you can put it in a jar or you could burn it. Whatever you feel called to do. I like to do this when I like to connect more to nature and that form of abundance rather than financial necessarily, but I'm going to do the same thing. So, okay. I'm manifesting abundance in all forms, health, spiritual, financial. Yes, perfect time to do that. I'm calling in abundance. I'm calling in reciprocity with nature and receive her abundance. That's what I wrote on mine. And I'm really focusing on my throat chakra this year. If you've noticed in my videos, I'm getting more comfortable with speaking my truth. In the last video, the one I just posted, I was talking about how it's really important to honor your purpose from your own voice because everybody has a voice that's going to resonate with certain people, and your voice holds certain codes of activation for others. And it's super easy in this space to kind of use other people's terminology or other people's um, explanations of things and how they operate, and kind of take that for yourself and speak as if you were them rather than speaking from your own voice, your own experience, your own wisdom. So I'm doing the same thing. I had my mom go out and buy this stuff for me. It was so funny. Where do I have this space? Is so tiny. I'm just gonna re-cleanse these really quick. I made my mom go out and buy me crystals and a candle for today because I can't drive. Not with my broken foot. Okay, no. All right. I should watch what I'm doing when I have fire, right? That's good. Mike is calling in to be positive, less anxious, saving money, stop drinking. You know what's funny? I was burning this the other day in the morning, and my mom comes in the house because she's taking care of my dog for me. She comes over several times a day, and she's like, "Oh, what is that smell? It's making me feel weird." I'm like, "Maybe you have some bad energy." Yes. That's what it's for. Um, all right. What else you guys calling in? How's this year been for you? Obviously, it's very heavy year, very chaotic year. We always go into it like, this is my year. And then, like, halfway through, you're like, this is the shittiest year of my life. But that's life, isn't it? Um, so, how has 2023 been for you guys? I'm going to add in some holy basil because that's very grounding. "2023 has been rough." Yeah. I feel like there's a very heavy fog over 2023 for most people. Like, I honestly don't know anyone who's had a very positive 2023. There's something in the air going on. So lavender for luck, lavender for calmness. Do any of you guys ever make spell jars? They're like my favorite form of manifestation. I don't know if I want to touch it. A bit rough for me too. Yeah. I know. It's like you have to stay positive in it because otherwise it's hard because you want to feel the emotions, right? You want to feel in terms of what's happening in the world all around all the time. You want to feel for everybody, and you do feel for everybody, but you also have to find a balance to protecting your own heart and your own sanity, because if you're glued to the TV all the time, and it's just it'll for me anyway, it'll make me just sob all day every day. Christine, I just recently made a spell jar for making a tough decision. I made the decision and it hasn't been easy, but I know necessary. Yes. And it worked, right? Made the decision and is it working out for you? I did a very successful spell jar one time that manifested this apartment. And ever since then, I was like, I'm always doing this whenever I'm trying to manifest something, even if it's, something small, like trying to gain more confidence about a situation or something. Um, yes, it worked out so far, so good. Oh, that's good, 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 good. Yes, whatever the emotion is that's making it hard on you, you could also do a spell jar for that. Like if it's what emotion would be like just worrisome, worry worrisome? That wouldn't make sense. What am I saying? Anxiety. You could make a spell jar to ease your anxiety to make it go a little bit. Guilt. Yeah. Yeah. So you could make a spell jar for, well, if it was guilt, I would actually recommend like writing a letter to the part of yourself that feels guilty on a full moon and burning it, because that would be a good way to release that guilt. Or even like a forgiveness letter. I do that sometimes, and you could put a forgiveness letter in a spell jar. Oh, I just heard a TV turn on. Okay, so I'm gonna add my crystals. I've wanted to make a spell jar. I've made a honey jar a couple times. Yeah, I got the honey. I love the honey spell jars. Okay. I have sweetening. I have a sweetening spell jar right now for improving a relationship with someone. Ooh, I want to hear about it. What did you put inside? I haven't done a spell jar before. I mainly just burn wish candles and journal and placing crystals next to the candle. I do that too. I have a candle here, but I'm not very patient with them. like, oh my God, this is perfect. Okay, I can tie up this letter now. Because I like to sit with the candle and like meditate the whole time, but it's kind of like it's a lot to be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down in this one spot and meditate for 2.5 hours while this burns. By the time it's like halfway done, I'm like, just finish already. Maybe I need smaller candles. Um, but yeah, candle spells are really good. And they're simple. I'm very simple and I like to be crafty. So, you know, doing things with my hands really helps solidify the intention. I think a lot of people who are more like right brained like to get really creative with things like that. Some people can manifest anything by just thinking it. And I wish I were one of them, but I need to get creative and do it. So I have some pumpkin spice honey. Amazing. I want to try it. Nikki says I put some in syrup, sugar. There's like a heart in the way. I can't really always see it. Sugar, a petition, and some herbs. Finish off with a pink candle burning on top. I love that. I'm calling in a relationship for next year, so I need to do something like that. Being stuck in your house for months on end, not being able to leave, makes you reevaluate your whole life. I've been so like, I love being alone. I'm such an introvert. Now I'm like, I gotta get outside. I gotta meet people. Oh my God. Okay. if you guys are making a spell jar or doing something like this, I would love to see it. If you maybe you could, if you're in the Facebook group, you could post a picture, or you could tag me on Instagram if you post one to your story, because I want to see what everybody's doing. I'm like doing this by myself, but I know you guys are doing it too. Okay. Now I have to taste it, right? That's so good. What do I do with it now? I can't just get up and you'd see me rolling away. How embarrassing would that be? Okay. So I'm just going to stay put in my chair. I think that's everything I wanted to add to it. It's already starting to work. Oh, you guys make me feel so like I need a relationship. That's so cute. Oh, okay. So off camera, I will probably burn my candle on top of it. But what's a ritual without pulling some cards for yourself, right? So I have some over here. If anybody wants me to pull one for them, I can do that. I forgot I was going to go live on TikTok as well. Whoops. Whoops. I told you my mind's all over the place right now. It's like when you can't get up and down easily, your mind's a jumbled mess. I didn't have a jar for this one, but put together a spell bag. Ooh, take a picture and tag me somewhere. I want to see. Instagram, Facebook group. I'm probably going to look for the supplies at home since I'm on break at work. That's amazing. I mean, you have to, right? It's 11, 11, 11. Did I mention that? I don't know if you guys are aware. The reason why it's 3 11s is because 11 11 2023 adds up to 11. So it's just an extra oomph, an extra master number. And 3 is pretty much a master number in and of itself. My favorite deck recently is the Magdalene Oracle. Something about this is it hits home every single time. And also this deck, I don't know if you feel like your decks have personalities. This one is sassy as hell. It's called the Sacred Symbols for Divination and Meditation. It's just a bunch of symbols, like it says, but for instance, there was an eclipse last month, right? One of the last eclipses. It was this one. My mom said she was walking her dog and she said, and this is strange to come from my mom. She said that she saw somebody walking in the sky. She said she was walking her dog and like in front of her, maybe like 20 feet away, only to like the ceiling, right? So not like 40 feet in the air, like 8 feet, 10 feet high. She said she saw somebody in a flannel shirt walking and then like disappeared. And it kind of gives me chills. So I was like, you probably like saw through a portal or something. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think of that? What was funny was I pulled from the symbols deck. Let me see what I can grab real quick. First I pulled, where is it? Okay, I pulled Shadow. And then I pulled air and I was like, yeah, you can't get any more. You saw a shadow in the air. Like this deck it's very frank. That's the word to put it. Very frank. I'm interested in getting the symbols deck. Yeah, it's a good one. It's pretty honest. I get a lot of the same cards every single time though. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some for myself. Let me know if you guys are pulling any for yourselves or if you want me to pull one for you. I could do that. Um, what am I gonna ask? I'm gonna ask, what does 2024 look like? Oh, love. I love that. I mean, you don't need to, there's so many interpretations. Self-love, romantic love. We were just talking about that. And I've been talking a lot about heart-based consciousness, and that's kind of like my message. So I love that. I should put that on like my altar or something. Okay. I see you guys pulling. You want me to pull some? Okay. Let me pull one more from the symbols deck. Now, I'm not a reader, but I can try. Let me see. All right. What is the overall path of 2024 for me? And then we could do a collective one. So then I can put this on my altar space as well. Grounded. Perfect. I actually have that a tattoo. That's an anchor. Yeah. That makes sense. I don't need to go too far into that, but we're all in our heads these days. So makes sense. Oh, and this one was just hiding. So I'll take that as well. It says trust. Okay, so I'm going to pull you guys a collective one from the Magdalene Oracle. This deck, like I said, is like, what happened the other day? I want to reference this because something crazy came through when I did this with my mom a few weeks ago. I asked what is the current phase of the planet right now, or something very, very similar to that. And I don't know if showing you the pictures, if you'll be able to see it, but basically it was the crucifixion, the resurrection, ascension, and love. Like, for those of you who know about the new earth and the age of Aquarius, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same, of this splitting that's happening between the 3D and the 5D, and light workers. And I guarantee everybody on this call is like somebody who is meant to be bringing in this new earth consciousness in some way or some form. So this literally represents that. The crucifixion being what we're going through right now, like this death phase, chaos, pain, suffering. Then there's the resurrection. Then there's ascension. ascending into love. Like literally love is the end. And it was just, you can't get any more clear than that. It was like the exact path of Christ as well. So I'm going to pull one for us collectively. I'm not going to do that because I didn't shuffle. What is I like to make sure I'm wording them right. What is the theme of 2023 for us? Meaning us. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to pull one more to go with it. Okay, so we got The Secret, which we all know is the law of attraction, attracting. This has infinity symbols and the Om symbol. So attracting the energy and the frequency that we want to be living in, because like what I was showing you earlier, we're currently in this crucifixion time, theme, embodiment, right? And we have to be willing to see the good, be willing to attract the good, be willing to stay on the path of the 5D rather than letting our emotions overcome us and take us back down. Like we're going to be going through all this hard stuff, but by staying grounded in your heart, by staying grounded in the fact that you attract who you are, you attract what you are, then we'll be moving forward into the right direction, right? We all want the same thing. We all want to be a part of this new earth, this place that feels like love and peace and just no more chaos, no more hatred, no more division. And I believe it's possible. Let me know. Do you believe it's possible? Because I guarantee every single one of you on this call, this live, is a light worker and is here to bring in this new earth energy. And the way that we all do that is going to be unique to us, but that is like the collective mission in all this, right? Yes. Okay. Do I have the mental capacity to pull cards for people right now? Maybe like 2. All right. Let's see. I might have to read the book because this deck is like so good and juicy that I don't want to override its amazingness with my own perception. So, all right, I'll do the first person to say me. I'll do, and what your question would be in relation to like manifesting. Okay, Christine, what do you want to ask? This is fun. I love talking to you guys. I wasn't ready. Okay. Okay, Kay, if you want to ask a question as well, let me know. Okay, I'll do 3. Natasha, everybody write your questions. Okay, those are the 3. I'm going to be doing more of these as well. So Yeah, I mean, my jar is like all about my throat chakra, right? I got to get using it. Okay. If you want me to just pull a card about like what your theme is for 2024, I can do that if that helps. Okay. Okay, what is in store for me and the ones I love in 2024? Okay, so we have 3. We have Gaia, we have surrender, and we have co-creation. So I always interpret the Gaia card as working with nature, not necessarily like nature in general, but like actively working with her, going out into nature, sitting under a tree, listening to the messages that she has. And I feel like that's what would be in store for you, is to really be a co-creator with her. So for instance, like we know that true abundance is reflected in nature. It's ever giving, ever abundant. She rests in winter, but she comes back fully blooming, blossoming in spring. So if you can figure out how to be in co-creation with her, and then you have surrender. So whatever may be going on in your life in 2024, just surrender to the fact that you are kind of like my situation. Like, see the good side in everything that is happening to you. Surrender to the fact that you know, your divine self knows that it's all part of the plan, no matter if you see it as good or bad or whatever. Surrender to the fact that it's in your highest good. Does that help? Do you want me to read the cards or read one of them? I feel like that's a pretty clear message, though. Yeah, I'll go with that. And then we had Christine. Is my new career plan going to work out? I'm going to ask what the overall like theme of your career plan will be, rather than is it going to work out? Because nobody wants to hear and know, right? So not that that's what it's going to be, but if it were, I would never want to be the bearer of bad news. So we're going to go with, what is the theme? Yeah, how will it work out perfectly? How will you feel when you're doing it? Let's just see what it says. Okay. Christine. Oh, I get this card all the time. Okay, so it's the saint or the sinner. So this card means that it's all about how you see things. You can see it as, this is good, it's working in my highest good, everything is a lesson, it may be hard, but I can do this. Or you could see it from the perspective of, oh, this is so hard, I can't do this, oh my gosh. Like, where are your wounds leading the story? Are your blockages telling you, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy for this, like somebody else should do it, I can't do it? Or are you going to release those blockages and move into more of your higher state of thinking, like, I can do this. It's going to be hard. It may be hard, but it's in my highest good. I see everything as an opportunity for growth. I can do scary things. So I love this card because it also is like the yin and yang of yourself. So it's all about how you see things. Like, you could either see tears or you could see like art, right? That's how I like to think of it. It's like Is she crying or is she just like a beautiful work of art? It's all the same. All right, we had one more person, right? My eyes are going a little wonky from this ring light blazing in my face. We had Kay. Okay, Natasha, right? You were the next one. Um, Christine, that's relevant. I've been putting off publishing my book for the doubt that I'm not qualified. You're qualified. Okay. Everybody has a story to tell. And like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I was saying that everybody has their own unique voice, and the way that you express yourself in this world is unique to you, and the way that you uniquely share it is important because you're going to resonate with some people that other people won't resonate with, and vice versa. So you're qualified. You got this. Yeah. Okay. Natasha, will this be the year that my health finally comes together? So let's tune into health. I think, okay, so we have the real you and Magdalene. So this card is all about self-love, self-acceptance, living from your heart center. And I can look this up too. I've never gotten this card, but I can assume that this is talking about your highest self, becoming your highest self. So a lot of times our inner world is a reflection of our outer world. So perhaps you feel like a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and that's manifesting in your health. Or a lot of people end up getting health issues when they feel stuck in life. Um, I did QHHT training, which is Dolores Cannon's past life regression and hypnosis. And she says that a lot of people who aren't moving forward will have a lot of health issues. So I could see that coming in, like, once you're able to live from your higher self, that your health will be able to get better. It'll come together. But it's similar to the saint and the sinner, right? It's like you have these two dualities and you're able to choose which one you want to resonate with. So I think this is a very positive outlook, right? If it resonates. Yeah, I'm really feeling that if you step into the higher version of yourself and like release these fears and anxieties of being sick, then that will really help. Yeah. Okay. I've been in recovery for almost 4 years, going through a divorce. Yeah. I'm really sorry, but you are strong. You got this. Recovery is not easy, and going through a divorce, what is it called? My mom says it all the time. Dabda, the different like denial, anger, the stages of grief. They can affect us in a lot of different ways, and dealing with recovery, it can be really triggering for that kind of thing. So if you realize that you are a powerful being and that you're not tied down to your physical body, like you are so much more than your physical body. Like I'm gonna read this. Okay, this is my favorite card in the deck. It's not like a uh you'll see, you'll see. It's it's not necessarily like an oracle message for this specific card. Rather, it's like a transmission from Mary Magdalene. So let me read it. Everybody listen up because this is powerful. Go forth and be true to yourself. Dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. In a world full of dreams that stem from your heart, in oneness, love, and hatred, wonder and awe, softness and pain, joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits. Avoid wanting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength, like a budding rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to greener pastures. Keep your pockets full of dreams, for life is a test of faith. Allow your light to shine. There's no beginning or end, there's only love. I love that card. I hope that that resonates with you. I feel like you're going to be perfectly fine just knowing that you are. I'll talk about it. I also have struggled when I was younger. I struggled with an ED, and being so far removed from it, I can say that knowing that you don't want to go back to that place again is what keeps me from going forward, and knowing like, okay, I'm working on my spirituality, I'm working on this, like I can't be sucked back into that shadow self. And I think that this is like how I can best explain that, this card, like knowing that you are so much more than the shadow sides that are wanting to pull you back in, you know? So I hope that helps. You guys, we've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes. Look at that. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna hop off and get to burning my candle safely and clean up because it's a mess in here. No, my goodness, you guys should see the tragedy that's hidden outside of this box. All right, so I will be doing more of these. And again, I am launching a one-on-one coaching experience, and the waitlist is linked in the description box down below. It's all about discovering your purpose, living from your divine feminine. No more struggling with waking up at 5 a.m. to do this and that and this and go to bed at like midnight trying to hustle and do your thing. And you're going to learn how to operate from your heart. Can you hear my dog, Snowy? You're going to learn how to step into your divine feminine and live your purpose through that by honoring your inner cycles and your outer cycles, the seasons, by operating from the moon cycles. It's going to be so amazing. There are 3 different options. There's a 4-week program, a 6-week program, and a 5-month program, all one-on-one. So you can join the waitlist down below. And yeah, I think an ad is playing for some of you. But I had so much fun. I hope everything you manifested comes to fruition. And if you made a spell jar, or if you journaled, or if you have a setup, please take a picture and tag me. I want to see what you guys were doing. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.